I know it's been a while since I posted, but we're back at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the absolute beautiful Arca cars.
4th of July monster livery here, as it sort of just fits the scheme here, I think. With this beautiful bear on the side. So coming to the start of the first race, this guy in front of me is also using a 250th livery. You can see in the back there. That was really cool that since it's only a day after. But here we come to the start. We're starting third in this one. With the whole pack of cars behind us. Pace cars in, come into the restart zone. And the leader's just gonna jump it here. I'm gonna get a good start too. Clear everyone behind me. First corner is essentially flat, and we get a good start straight off the bat. So lap 11, I've gone into tire saving mode as the 20 laps quite literally degrade the tire quite fast. And because of this, my pace was holding about 5/10, and now I got this group of cars, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, right on my tail. Coming into turn 4 here. I go defensive. He's gonna try to sweep around the outside. And try to do it again here. We're 3 wide here. As the car comes out of pits, give me a little bump, swing into the inside. I'm entirely focusing on the exit here out of turn 2 onto the back stretch. He misses the apex a little bit, and I'm going to get a little bit of a better run. Coming into turn 3, he's going to go a little bit wide, and I'm going to take that advantage as I try to slip up the inside here. Coming out of the exit, there's going to be a little bit of contact, and we just get checked up, and I get really loose as the guy behind me bumps me. That nearly caused a wreck there. But again, coming into turn 1, he goes a little bit wide again, trying to slip up the inside. Tucking behind him as I'm just not quite there. Wide again from him. Draw alongside. Coming into turn 3. Little bit of contact. He backs out. Coming out of turn 3 into turn 4. White flag. We're going to come across the line to finish P2 in the first race at Indianapolis. What a beauty it is. first race at Indianapolis, we're going to finish second, and it just keeps getting better. Taking you guys on board for a lap at Indianapolis, initiating a quick grip flip, and then breaking out that green light, trailing off quickly, patient on throttle, right up against that wall there. Quick little brake tap up to about 15%, and then easing onto throttle heel. Look at the bottom left of my telemetry. Again, sort of about at the 1 brake marker, I'm initiating a quick grip flick. Braking there a little less. Because of the wind effects, turn 4 just needs a quick lift. And then that is a lap at Indianapolis. This is a monstrous 52.1, which is going to put me on pole position for this. So it's a 52.1. That's about 0.6 faster than the next, or about half a second. So we got the whole field behind me. I'm leading them to the restart zone. I have multiple people asking how I set a 52.1. But the pace car is going to go in. Coming to the restart zone here. Race 2. Getting a good jump off the line. I did not jump it, I timed it right. We're going to get a decent lead off to the first corner here. But that breathing room doesn't last. Lap 3 on the backstretch, coming into turn 3. He's going to try to send it around the outside here. We got the American 250 car again behind us. Gotta go defensive heel. Coming across the start lap 6 out of 20. On the backstretch here. So there's a ghost dive there, and he sort of leaves that gap right open. Going for late apex here, trying to get a run. We're right on his rear bumper, and we dive to the inside there, coming out of turn 2. Now coming across to start lap 16 here. He has a incredible run. I do a dirty block here. But then chaos happens. Off into the distance, there are currently 2 cars that have just wrecked. I believe one had spun and then one ended up getting collected. These are lapped cars. Now currently I can't go high because they're up towards the top. So my only best bet is to hope that they don't roll down the track and take me down. But that can't be said the same for the person behind me. I'm not sure if he didn't see them, but he takes a big hit and ends his race right there. But coming to the line, we cross to gain our first ever win in Arca history and every over race I've done. And of course, no better way to celebrate it by finishing our victory lap than doing some burnouts. Race 3, we do not do well in qualifying and end up starting P6 here. Pace cars in. I do not get the best start, but so does everyone behind me. Single fires me out before turn 1. And as they go too wide into turn 3, I'm going to pick off this guy as he's forced wide. And we're going to get a good exit here. So we get a better exit than the full call. Draw alongside him. Try to make the move here. But I just can't get the car on power because the 2 is there blocking me from going wide. On lap 4, this full car tries to go for a move as I have the run, and I'm going to duck to the inside as he tucks in behind the 2 there. And obviously, I get a better turn than him. And I'm going to gain that position as he's now able to hug the apex there, which affects his exit. Coming out of turn 2 in lap 6, these guys ended up getting together. I'm pretty sure this gray car here, or Valquez, or whatever his name is, you recognize him. He's a 17 here. Get the run and the sweep around him. On the white flag here, Tyler Bobble in this number 4 car, white Chevrolet SS here is going to get a good run onto me. We're going to go into turn 3 here. Can he clear me? He's going to go wide here, but he's going to get that exit a little bit better than me. It's all about the exit here. The pressure's onto me to keep P3. I hit a shot of the throttle a little bit. And we keep P3 coming across the line. What a battle with him on the last lap. Race number 4, starting pole position. There's no doubt this is the most intense and chaotic race out of these races. Cars in, recognize that America 250 car, again, on my right side. Coming to the restart zone here. And we're gone. 16, right up my rear bumper there. Coming into turn 1. He's getting me unsettled as he pushes me, and the 250 car is going to take the lead. We got put away a fairly decent amount from the pack behind us, but that is short-lived. He thinks I'm going to go for the move, so he leaves space, which compromises his corner overall, allows me to get inside on turn 4. But I just don't get the exit. 16's going to pull alongside, making it 3 wide into down the main straight. And yet again, we make it 3 wide as we dive to the inside. Three wide as the 14 car gets spun in the back. Oh, so close there. And continue 3 wide as the 4 goes out there. Again. And all this time, this is exactly what I'm seeing. Obviously I'm checking my mirrors here. And that's all I have, including my spiral, but that is all I see here. Obviously, not even half a lap later, we're again battling here, making a dive up onto the 16 there. Still side by side, coming out of the exit here. Obviously, it's very on the outside there. Tucking behind him. On the backstretch here, into turn 3, make a dive on the 16. The leaders are battling up. And then again, coming onto the backstretch here, not even half a lap later, again, we're battling again as we both go 2 wide. Through turn 3 and into turn 4, and we'll yet again 3 wide with the overlap. And there's bunches of and the gray car there is going to try to make it 4 wide here, but overall I'm going to end up backing out of it as I do not want to go through 4 wide through turn 1. And somehow everybody lives there. But it's not over yet as they again try to send it 3 wide into turn 2. Down the backstretch again, not even half a lap later. the side-by-side for second and third uphill. 18 and the 12 and the 250 car all going to end up going wide. And that's going to give me the opportunity as they compromise the exit. But obviously all this battling looks eventually going to run thin. And contact was made. That 12's going to end up saving it though. I end up lifting a little bit late here, which sort of causes him to come down onto me. He comes down a little fast on me, so it's definitely both of our fault. He's expecting to be lower than that, but he ends up saving it. He just lost about 4 or 5 positions off that. And the lead pack here, battling for the lead. The yellow car's gonna end up getting into the wall, which gives him a big loose, gets him really loose tail, and down on the apron. And he loses a huge amount of speed from that, and now I'm encroaching with probably about a 20-mile-an-hour difference here into turn 2. Obviously, there's no doubt about it. Full keeps it alongside. And he's going to keep the position. But coming out of turn 4, I'm going to get a little bit of a run on him. Stuck to the inside here. And try to make the move stick. But he's going to end up clearing me before turn 2. But of course, that draft is strong, so not even before turn 3, I make a huge lunge here with even a little bit of contact. I sort of race etiquette there, knowing that was definitely my fault. Let him keep the position, and instead focus on the exit of turn 4. I'm gonna creep to the inside here. And obviously ends up running a little high. I lifted there as I felt I was gonna squeeze him into the wall. But obviously, again, he's a little wide there, which compromises his exit. We're both about same exit speed here, but that draft is going to pull me right back to his rear bumper before turn 3. And again, signaling the lunge, which spooks him a little bit, ends up going a little wide. So I get side by side into turn 4. His great car's back here. Ends up sending it 3 wide yet again. But it quickly turns out 2 wide as the 4 peeks out ahead. And then contact happens. Yet again. This incident is definitely on him, as I'm pretty much as low as I can go, and he sort of just turns into me. But out of turn 3, I do not get a good exit as I end up going wide. 20's going to get a huge run here. Send it 2 wide into turn 4 here. A little bit of contact. And the 3 is pushing me down there. And I'm gonna end up clearing him right before turn 2. Going a little wide again here. And I'm gonna end up clearing him a little bit before turn 2 here. Lap 16 on the back stretch. I'm gonna end up trying to go for a move here. He's gonna go wide. And I'm gonna end up clearing him fair and square before turn 4. So I try to sweep around the 4. in the inside. Don't get it. The 20 can move up around my outside. Prevents me from getting a good exit there. And that Kinnis Bonnet and that 7 Grey Cardale with the orange roof is going to attempt to make it 3 wide again. Coming out of turn 2 onto the straight. He's all the way to the bottom of the racetrack here and starts moving up towards me as we approach turn 3. I end up going fairly wide here. We cross the line under the white flag, lap 20 out of 20, running 4th, and I'm hunting down that 7 car. We come to 3 corners to go. Leaders are battling as well. Get into the wall slightly now, as I'm trying to get as much speed as I can. 7 cars gonna go to the inside and try to make a move. Gonna be contact there, and it's gonna open up the gap for me to slice under. Can I hold it to 2 and 4 though? Can I keep the 2nd position? I get loose as I get on the grass there. And that 7 has a huge run on me. But is it enough? And it will be!
That would conclude the end of this video, and if you watched this far, please consider liking and subscribing. Helps me out and make me want to keep making these videos. I really enjoyed this race, and I hope to revisit the Arca series when it's not at some dumb track like South Boston Speedway. So when it does, I definitely revisit it. So yeah, thank you again. If I'm lucky, I might have another video out on the Ford Mustang Challenge at VIR from about 2 weeks ago by the end of this week, and I plan to have doing 6 hours of Road America. So thank you guys for watching.